Let's assume we want to apply rate limiting for API. If we rely only rate limiting at the firewall, at some point it might be not working due to human error or technical error. In human error, firewall admin can misconfigure the rate limit configuration. For example, a simple typo from 10 per second into 100 per second. Technical error, even bug on the firewall product, can also make rate limit not working. It is a good security practice to also enforce rate limits in more than one layer, so that if the upfront layer not working, it is still difficult to bring down the API servers. This general security principle, also known as defense in depth, to ensure that no failure of a single mechanism is enough to attack your API. However, don't be too eager to put all prevention mechanisms in all layers. Writing all security aspects in each of the API will mean additional works and scope, which can delay business functionality delivery. And then, even if we have enough time and budget to write all the security, remember that security code itself is a code. A code needs resource to run, and if we put all security code in our business code, the API might slower than it should be. In my experience, no fixed guideline to put what in where. This is not just technical matter. Even organization structure and product, alias budget, can be influence of the decision. In some organizations, it might have sophisticated web application firewall, API management, load balancer product, and dedicated team to manage them. So, some threat prevention is put on the web application firewall, and the API management handles the rest. Load balancer handles small portion of API security, and API team focus on deliver business process. Still, the API team needs to implement threat prevention, but only few of them, which does not take much effort. In some other organization, they might only have limited team to manage basic web application firewall and have only basic API management with less features. So, the API team needs to allocate more effort to implement security feature. My recommendation is to assess where to put what with respective teams in the organization. Security must be everyone concerned, not just one team concerned. The recommended way for API deployment is having multiple layers like before. If you have limited budget, some of the product like Kong API Management or Nginx came with free version, which is already powerful enough. I never handled web application firewall before, so I cannot give you recommendation. In case we need to implement security code in the API itself, don't put the security code in the business code. For example, if we have this code for API, don't put the security code in each of it. We will repeat the security code in many places, which violates coding DRY principle. Instead, create a HTTP request or response filter that intercept traffic before request reach the API code or before response reach the client. This is the approach that we use in this course. Either Spring Web or Reactive Web has this capability. If we have more than one microservice deployed and need to implement some specific security code by ourselves, we can also using Spring Cloud Gateway, so we only write and manage custom filters on one place. This is an example of API Gateway microservice pattern. For more about microservice pattern, refer to the bonus lecture at last section of the course.